Okay, so we're going to react to some more Fleekazoid, and this one's Robocop will make you happier than a fat kid in a buffet, huh? Already starting strong.
Good morning.
The CDC says it takes about 5 years for people with pre-diabetes to achieve type 2. Here at Yellowish Corral, it takes 1 sitting. Grab a handful of chocolate strawberries, shotgun 2 chocolate jellos, shovel some chocolate mac and cheese. Is that chocolate-covered deep-fried tater tots you smell? No,
it is.
That's the heart attack coming on, because here at Yellowish Corral, we believe in one thing, speedrunning life. Yellowish Corral, making fat kids happy since 1982. And Robocop Rogue City will somehow make you even happier.
Wait, there's a Robocop game?
Perfect, we're out of the first 30. Let's roll it.
I did not know about that. Oh, it's just, okay.
Can you fly, Bubby?
Ooh. Hold on, wait, when did this Robocop? 2023. Hold on. No, you cannot come in. Down the other. No. Okay. So, did not realize there was a Robocop game that came out in 2023. Wait. It's only $7? What? Why is it only $7? Oh, it's 90% off. Why is it 90% off? What? Okay. Well, yes, it's a weird one.
I'd buy that for $1.
Robocop Rogue City is the second Paul Verhoeven adaptation to come this year, and I'm happy to say it's the second time I've come this year as well. Triple N be damned, waddling
Yeah, because you're not fucking your wife, her boyfriend is.
around as the Nut Punisher himself, throwing IBM monitors from the 80s at people is the power fantasy I never knew I needed. Robocop is the most accurate Detroit simulator on the market that proves you can't even have a dick in Detroit because Robocockless will come to confiscate it. He'll execute a no-knock neutering on your ass. And now I know a lot of people were worried that the gameplay would be robotic and stiff, but I assure you, overuse of unauthorized police force has never felt this good.
You have the right to remain silent.
So without further ado, let's dive into what it's like to play as the least violent man in Detroit.
The best way to cut the costs of policing is to cut the criminal down.
Robocop Rogue City is everything Robocop fans are going to want from a game, more or less. And by that I mean, it's definitely a power fantasy where you play as the walking police fatality known as Robocop that can backstep into a biker and bounce him into the bosoms of my busted nuns. However, you're not exactly walking off 2 rocket launcher blasts, an Irish special, and 2 rounds. But if you can get
Why is it always the busty nuns with you, Fleekazoid?
police fatality known as Robocop that can backstep into a biker and bounce him into the bosoms of my busted nuns. However, you're not exactly walking off 2 rocket launcher blasts, an Irish special, and 200 rounds either. But if you can get past not being invincible, this game has the fan service, alright? And not the superficial, he's got the BBC Saber kind, before returning to slaughtering your childhood, because the creators of this sequel didn't hate what came before it. You don't see a sad old man Robocop drinking green titty milk out in the mountains, do you? My point exactly.
Thank God for that.
Gotta run through a bit of the fan service. The big baddie is the brother of someone you got killed in Robocop 1. The largest nuke-producing gang
Oh,
is
that's
your
a unique way of doing
largest
it.
producer
Actually,
trash dealing with the OCP.
building on the
Several
established
enemy
world.
types are taken straight out of the movies. No, there are no child soldiers, all right?
Can't shoot a kid, can you, fucker?
And they bring back more
I
of
wish
the
I could.
dilemma of human or machine that the first movie had before the second one said,
Go fuck a refrigerator!
on top of that, the side quest work and stuff like Sunblock 5000 into a detective mission, and another side quest takes you on a warpath to recover a stolen Suck 6000. But by far the greatest piece of fan service is the fact that they made ball shots do just as much damage as headshots. Come in here, get a little bit of love, Taeyeon. I appreciate
Love you.
There's just a lot of
That
love
is
here,
beautiful.
Pimps. I'm not gonna spoil all of it. Regardless, you don't need to know any of these references to appreciate this outstanding bloody gameplay. At its core, Robocop is obviously a police game. You investigate, you arrest criminals, you serve the public, maybe buy a little bit of drugs.
Could you advise me how a person who would like to try nuke should go about it?
Hell, you can even give out parking tickets if it's getting towards the end of the month and you need to meet your quotas. Yeah! Yeah, you fucking park in front
look
of
at
a
that.
hydrant, you
High
stupid
octane.
son of a bitch. Except unlike SWAT 4,
Why can't you do Robocop things and just pick up the car and throw it against a wall? You should be destroying those vehicles, not just ticketing them.
where you're saving civilians and looking for hands. In Robocop, you're getting into a competition with a dreadnought to see who can turn more criminals into paste. Robocop's ROE is engage, engage, engage. Just give them
Murder,
a reason
murder,
to miss
murder.
your ass. Which leads me to my first point. The gore in this game is good snuff. Heavy flow for sure. We live in a world where Bethesda's new game has no gore. Think about that. Why? It adds
I love
so
gore.
much impact to all the hits when it's
It
done
does.
right. And in Robocop, I mean, it's just, well, just look at it. Enough
The
said.
giblets.
But then wait, there's more. This game also has environmental destructibility, so shit's always flying up in the air. It's like a John Woo movie up in here. All we're missing
Oh,
is
beautiful.
those fancy pigeons with doves. Doves flying up in the air. These car explosions are still shit though, alright? They remind me of Redfall because the car doesn't move at all when it explodes, and I don't like being reminded of Redfall. Next up, graphics. This game looks great. You know, as great as Detroit can look. Now that we talked about the paint, let's talk about how you brush. With the rise of boomer shooters that would liquefy an actual boomer's brain if they played it, Robocop is the first shooter a boomer could actually play. And that really comes down to one key difference. Robocop was not programmed to give a singular fuck, nor was he built to. In boomer shooters, you're fragile, frantically bouncing off the walls until you can find more cover so that you can smoke another pipe. In Robocop, you're a 500-pound brick shithouse. You slow motion breach through doors, and both you and the AI know they never stood a chance. He shuffles up hallways, dropping nuts 2 by 2. They call him the Nutcracker. Not looking for cover, but being the cover. And when he needs more cover, he lifts up entire dumpsters, then heaves them at the enemy when he's finished. In fact, Robocop does a whole lot of heaving in this game. Oh, that's really cute that you can
Nice.
throw a coin. Robocop grabs bikers off bikes and heaves them at other bikers. He uses bikes as frag grenades. He'll shatter your goddamn legs with a damn lawn chair. Pull out the stroller at you with a baby in it. I'm just kidding.
Kill the child.
baby hasn't threatened public safety.
Yet.
And boomer shooters, you'll run around the arena hunting down every last enemy. Robocop doesn't chase. He lets the bitches come to him. Then he says, "Bitches leave." Sigma male energy. Don't worry, you wouldn't understand. You're not gonna ever see him breaking the line rule. Really, my big point here is playing as a body-positive 500-pound action star is an underserved power fantasy market that I'm glad Robocop could be the one to break down the barriers of. And if we're heading into the market, and Taeyeon, hear me on this one. If we're breaking into the market of overweight cops, let's see a Paul Blart game.
Oh, I'm sure someone's made a mod to make Robocop Paul Blart.
Next up, let's talk about the
Guns.
The Auto 9 is the best thing since God created the flamethrower. Not only does it annihilate creeps into a meat smoothie, but just listen to this sound.
Oh no,
I'd buy that
there's
for
good
$1.
sound design.
It's one
Fuck
of
it.
the best.
Hold on. I am going to have to buy that. Give me a second. It's the Alex Murphy edition. What's the difference? Okay. Robocop bundle. Why is it $50? Okay, the unfinished business DLC. It's a separate game that comes out. Oh, it came out 2 days ago. Okay, so a sequel just came out. You are in my wish list.
feeling guns that I've used in recent years to the point where it even makes killing paper a blast. And if you really want to take it to the next level, you can turn it into a minigun using this upgrade and solve Detroit's crippling crime problem at triple the speed. Not into good weapons? You could also pimp the Kalashnikov, or any other enemy weapon for that matter, because you can snatch them right off the ground. You ever wanted to see Robocop use a 100-round M60 Desert Eagle? Robo Thug with the gas? Have you ever just not liked one man in particular? Have you ever not liked an entire city block? And thanks to Robocop, one-handing a pump shotgun is no longer exclusive to 2 a.m. sessions. But whatever you use, none of it will be as good as playing basketball. If you thought...
Well, we now have Robocop. I will be playing that at some stage.
He was good at killing. Wait till you see this clean jump shot. Raindrop! Raindrop! Oh,
How many attempts are you going to do?
He's breaking those ankles. Money in the bank. Watch out, Para-Olympics. Robocop's coming for that gold medal.
There it is.
Some of the nitpicks. Here we go. Most of the AI are less expressive than Ed Kemper. Some of these people's mouths
You're
are
way
lagging.
too early. The bachelorette party starts at 8.
Game's got that...
I mean, even though there's a bit of lag, it's still more expressive than a lot of Ubisoft games at the moment.
Bethesda charm to it. You can't turn on DLSS. I already told you about the car explosion. Boss fights with the EDP-209 are like fighting a giant steel old person. What you really need to one-shot them is a flight of stairs. I keep seeing textures rendering in. There's no New Game Plus. Lewis has got black hair here, but then flash forward just a little bit later, and all of a sudden now she's a dirty blonde. Did they bottle bleach her hair in the hospital? Think about it. And in Robocop Rogue City 2, they're gonna force you to play as Lewis. Can you believe it? Playing as not
Good thing I didn't get the sequel yet.
Robocop game. Ah, shit, my bad. No, that's Spider-Man 3 was doing that. 4 out of 5 primary directives. Yes, I removed 1 point because a lot of China was not here putting on Sunblock 5000.
Good God.
It's almost
How
as good
dare
as
they?
Police Mystery, and that's quite the feat for this scrappy little startup. Now, Taeyeon, do an old friend a favor and make this one next, will you? Excuse me, I have to go. Somewhere. There are budget cuts happening. Thanks to the flock of pimps for generously funding this video, and another huge thanks to all the pimpers. I got a lot of videos planned for this month.
Not straight.
I wanted that Starship Trooper one. Hold on. Let's go to the Starship Trooper one next.